Hello everyone and welcome to Crystal's Crochet Cubbyhole and to Tutorial Tuesday. That's a mouthful. Today we are going to learn to do the stitch little combs, like comb your hair, little combs. You'll need a pair of scissors, of course, a tape measure if you want to measure for a certain size, a needle for sewing in your ends. I'm using a 6mm crochet hook, and I'm using Karen cotton cakes in the color Beach Glass. So this is, let's see, where are we at? 3.5 ounces, 211 yards, medium 4. This is 60% cotton and 40% acrylic. So, hopefully it would do okay as a scrubby, but it's not 100% cotton what I'm using today. Just want you to know that. But let's get started. Get some yarn pulled out. Okay, first off we're going to start with a slip knot. Now to do the little combs stitch, you will do an odd stitch count. So I'm going to chain 31. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31. So we've got an odd number of stitches, 31 stitches, and then I'm going to do a chain 1 for the beginning chain of the next row. So chain 1. I was outside for a little bit, so allergies are tickling my throat. Okay, in our first row across, we're going to do a single crochet in our first chain. So it'll really be the second chain from the hook, because the first chain here is our chain 1 beginning chain. So the second chain from the hook, we're going to do a single crochet. Oops. Don't get all mixed up like I just did. Just one loop on there. Is all you need. Single crochet, chain 1, skip a stitch, and go and do a single crochet. Chain 1, skip a stitch, single crochet in the next one. We're going to do that all the way across. We're going to skip a stitch, single crochet in the next one, chain 1, skip a stitch, single crochet in the next one, chain 1. Now you do that all the way across. You skip a stitch, single crochet, chain 1, skip a stitch, single crochet, chain 1, all the way to the end. I'll meet you back at the end. Okay, I just did a single crochet and chain 1. I'm coming up on the end. Skip a stitch, and then the next one do a single crochet, chain 1, skip a stitch, and in the very last stitch we're going to do a single crochet, and in this, after that last single crochet, we're going to chain 2, 1, 2, and turn our work. And here's what we've got so far. Okay, now in this next row, we're going to skip that single crochet from the row before, and we're going to put 2 half double crochets in that chain 1 space. So you wrap your yarn over, go through the chain 1 space, wrap your yarn, pull up a loop, 3 loops on your hook, wrap your yarn and pull through all 3. That's a half double crochet. Do that one more time into that chain space. Then we're going to skip the single crochet, and in the next chain space we're going to do 2 half double crochets. 1, 2, skip that chain 1 space right there, and then not chain 1, sorry, skip that single crochet that we did, and in the chain 1 space do 2 half double crochets. And we're going to do this all the way across. You're going to skip your single crochet, and in the chain 1 space, every chain 1 space across, you're going to do 2 half double crochets, and I'll meet you when we get close to the end. Okay, we're coming up on the end of the row. I just did 2 half double crochets in that chain 1 space. We'll skip over to the next chain 1 space and do 2 half double crochets in that chain 1 space. 1, 2, jump over to the next chain 1 space and do 2 half double crochets. We have done this all the way across. Now we have one chain 1 space left, so we're going to do 2 double crochets or 2 half double crochets, sorry about that, in that last chain 1 space, and then in this last single crochet, and see it's laying kind of to the side, we're going to do 1 half double crochet. Okay, and then we're going to chain 1 and turn our work, and there's what we have so far. Ooh, that's kind of pretty. I like that. What do you think? Okay, so round 3 or row 3, we've chained 1. We're going to go into okay, we're going to go into the space. Okay, here is the chain, here is the last, half double crochet we did. There's like a space right here, and then there's the 2 that we did in the same stitch. Do you see that? So in this space right here between this last half double crochet and the next 2 half double crochets, we're going to do a single crochet, chain 1, jump over to the next space between the 2 half double crochets. You can see, oh sorry, there's the 2 half double crochets, there's a space, and if you have to pull it apart to look, that's fine. 2 half double crochets, a space, 2 half double crochets, a space. So in those spaces, we're going to put a single crochet. Chain 1, skip to the next space between the half double crochets and do a single crochet. Chain 1, jump over, do a single crochet in that space, chain 1, and we're going to do that all the way across till we get to the end, and I'll meet you back near the end. Okay, I just did a single crochet, chain 1 in that space. I'm here close to the end, so I'm going to skip over those 2 half double crochets, and into that space I'm going to put a single crochet, chain 1, skip over to the next space, do a single crochet, chain 1. Let me get me some more yarn. Then there's our last 2 single crochets. Listen to me. There's our last 2 half double crochets. We'll go into that stitch and do a single crochet. Okay, so I've done a single crochet and I have not chained anything yet. Done a single crochet in that last space between the 2 half doubles and that chain 1 space prior. So now I'm going to chain 2, 1, 2, and turn my work. And here's what we've got so far. So this is what you're going to be repeating, is your row 2 and 3 until you get completely done with the size that you want. So row 2 is your half double crochets, and row 3 is your single crochets, chain 1 single crochets. So we've chained 2. Now we're going to skip that single crochet from the row before, and into that space between the single crochets we're going to do 2 half double crochets. And there is no chaining one between the double crochets or half double crochets. So now we're going to skip over, and in between the 2 single crochets in that chain 1 space we're going to do 2 half double crochets. There's 1, 2, find your next chain 1 space and do 2 half double crochets into that chain 1 space. Now we're going to repeat that all the way across. In every chain 1 space between the single crochets we're going to do 2 half double crochets. So I'm going to go on, I'll pause the video, and then I'll meet you near the end. Okay, I'm at near the end. I've just done 2 half double crochets in that chain 1 space. So I'm going to find the other chain 1 space and do 2 half double crochets into that space. Now at the end of this row we are going to do 1 single crochet in the top of that, 1 half double crochet in the top of the single crochet. So wrap our yarn, and it's laying kind of on its side. We're going to go into that last stitch, and that helps keep it squared up, and we're going to do a half double crochet. Now we're going to chain 1 and turn our work, and then we're going to start the row of our single crochets, chain 1. So in this again, you're going to skip over, and you want to put a single crochet in this first space right here between the 1 half double and then the 2 half doubles. So you're going to do a single crochet in that space right there. Chain 1. Now all the way across between our 2 half double crochet stitches, in that space we're going to put a single crochet. So single crochet, chain 1, find the next space, single crochet, chain 1, keep going, single crochet, chain 1, skip over to the next space, single crochet, chain 1, and you're going to do that all the way across, and I'll meet you back near the end. Okay, we're coming close to the end. I just did a single crochet, chain 1, going to the next space over, single crochet, chain 1, find my next space, single crochet, chain 1, find the next space right there, and we're going to do a single crochet. Now we're going to chain 2, 1, 2, and turn our work. Now you go ahead and repeat, and that the single crochet was a repeat of row 3. So go ahead and repeat rows 2, which is your chain 2, and then a 2 double crochets in every chain 1 space across. Then you'll do a chain 1. Ending on the half double crochets, you're going to end with 1 half double crochet in that last stitch. Then you'll chain 1, turn your work, and now in every space between the half double crochets, you're going to do a single crochet, chain 1. So we're getting ready to do our row 2 again, and I'll do it one more time with you just to make sure you got it. So row 2, repeat, is you're chaining 2, then you're going over to your space between the single crochets, and you're going to do 2 half double crochets. 1, 2, find the space between your singles from the row before, and do 2 half doubles in that space. 1, 2. Now go ahead and repeat this all the way across. I'll meet you at the end. Okay, I'm coming to the end. I just did 2 half double crochets in that chain space. So now I'm going to go over and find the other chain 1 space and do 2 half double crochets. And guys, I'm not been feeling the greatest, and I'm hoping I am saying the right words. We're going to be, this washcloth is done with single crochets and half double crochets. If I say a double crochet, it's by accident. I am so sorry. It is half double crochets that we are doing. Okay, now I just finished with 2 half double crochets in that last space. And again, at the end of round 2, this is row 2, repeat, you're going to do a half double crochet in that very last stitch, which kind of lays on its side. So you have to kind of turn it sideways and look for it. And you're going to do a 1 half double crochet in that last stitch. Now we're getting ready to do our row 3 repeat, which is a chain 1 and turn your work. That's looking pretty. And now we're going to do a single crochet in each space between our half double crochets with a chain 1. So we're going into this first space between this first half double and our little cluster of 2 half doubles. So we're going to do a single in this space right here, chain 1, find the next space, single crochet, chain 1, and on until you get to the end, and I'll meet you back at the end. Okay, we're coming up on the end. I've just done a single crochet, chain 1, going into the next space between our half doubles, and doing a single crochet, chain 1, find the space between our next half double crochet clusters. See, there's 2 here and then 2 here, so we're going to do a single crochet in that space, chain 1, and then in this last space here we're going to do a single crochet, and that is the end of our row 3 repeat. Now you're just going to go back and do that rows 2 and 3, and remember you've got your different, like on the row 2 you got a chain 2, then you start putting 2 half double crochet clusters, a cluster of 2 half double crochets in each chain 1 space across, and then at the very end of row 2 you will put 1 half double crochet in that very last stitch, chain 1 and turn, and start row 3 repeat. And at row 3 repeat is a single crochet, chain 1, and you're doing the single crochet between each of the clusters of 2 half double crochets. So I will meet you back when we get near the end, and I hope I'm clear enough and you understand this. If not, just let me know and I'll try to answer any questions, redo the video, whatever I need to do. Okay? So I'll meet you back when I get near the end. Okay guys, here's what I've gotten done so far. The color's starting to change again up here on my yarn. That is a beautiful stitch. It is not the same on both sides. So the front and back is different. But it's still a nice stitch. I like it. So I'm getting ready. I think I need another set of repeat rows. So I'm going to do row 2 and 3 one more time, and then I will be done with mine. So I have chained 2 and turned my work. That way I'm ending with row 3 repeat, which is your single crochet, chain 1, single crochet. So there, I chained 2, and then in this first space, first chain 1 space from the row below, I'm going to do 2 single crochet, 2 half double crochets. 1, 2, Find the next chain 1 space, 2 half double crochets, 1, 2, and I'm going to do that all the way across and meet you at the end. Okay, I'm doing my last little cluster of 2 half double crochets, and I have one stitch left in this row, so I need to do a half double crochet in that very last stitch. So there's a half double crochet, chain 1, and turn. Now I'm going to go across doing my single crochets. So I'll find this first space and do a single crochet, chain 1, skip over to the space between my clusters and do a single crochet, chain 1, jump over the cluster of two half double crochets, do a single crochet, chain 1, and do that all the way to the end. I'll meet you back at the end. Okay, I just did my last single crochet. I'm going to chain 1, and I'm going to cut my yarn, leaving a long enough tail to weave in the ends. Kind of cinch that. So here is what it looks like. I like it. That would make a nice pattern for a blanket or anything too. So there's my finished washcloth. All I have to do is tie in or sew in my ends. And that's it for this tutorial. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Let's see. There's the other side. See, it looks a little bit different. Let me fold it up so you can kind of see a little bit better. So that's a nice little washcloth. So I appreciate you guys. I will I would like for you to comment anything that you see that needs to be different, or if you have any questions, and or you can email me, whichever. My email will be in the description box. I appreciate you guys. I hope you're enjoying these tutorials. And this is our little combs stitch pattern that we used today. So that's it for today. And I will talk to you later in Crystal's Crochet Cubbyhole. Bye for now.